Earth, home to all living things, but every second it is being irreversibly altered. Right now there is a phenomenon going on called global warming. Global warming is the long-term warming trend of the Earth's surface, which has been linked to increases in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This includes the release of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere from vehicles that burn fossil fuels. One of the major effects of global warming is the melting of ice in the Arctic. This is threatening the survival of polar bears, animals that have been around for tens of thousands of years. The most studied polar bear population is that of western Hudson Bay in Canada. The number of polar bears dropped by 22% between 1987 and 2004. It went from 1,194 to only 935.
In addition to threatening the polar bears, this melting of ice also results in the raising of the temperature of Earth's surface. Over 90% of sunlight simply bounces off ice and reflects back into space, but the dark water that's left behind by the melted ice pulls in more warmth and heat up much faster. Because of this ice melting, the global sea level is on the rise. By now it has only risen by a few centimeters, but some scientists say if we don't change our ways, New York City will be underwater within the century. Hollywood has already made movies about the future effects of global warming, and one of the most well-known of these is The Day After Tomorrow.
It's the Los Angeles sky. A wall of water coming towards New York City. Come on!
Your best chance is to stay inside. Pray. I will come for you.
Though it is fiction, some of the effects that are in this movie could still happen.
Real.
So do you think global warming affects you? Definitely.
Well, let's put it this way. Have you seen the film An Inconvenient Truth?
Yes.
Okay. Many questions were raised in that film, and that were answered by Thor. Right? Pretty solid, that we're in deep trouble right now.
I've actually seen it because I've been to Alaska. I've seen the forest actually already being destroyed by the heat. I know that every time a species is going to disappear, it's going to affect every other species. Eventually, I know in 40 years this world is going to be destroyed.
Alternative energy is a good thing. We need to find more ways to utilize other resources.
Warming?
I don't feel the effects now, but I know it will be in the future.
Okay.
So am I affected by it? Yeah, it may get a little bit more uncomfortable in the hot weather. That's about all. But I can see coming down the pike. But you see that film Inconvenient Truth, and you don't walk out of there saying, whoa, we're in deep trouble. There's something wrong with you.
You don't have to sit there and think that global warming is a bad thing. You can make a difference. One easy and bright idea is to change all your light bulbs to compact fluorescent bulbs. They use 2/3 less energy than regular incandescent light bulbs, but they are just as bright. Let's see what it might be like for your family when you decide to change your light bulbs in your house. I'm home.
Dad, this cheap light bulb burned out. Oh my god.
Luckily, I bought this new fluorescent light bulb.
What?
I bought this new compact fluorescent light bulb today.
Don't they cost a lot of money?
Yes, they do cost more, but they use 2/3 less energy and they last up to 10 times more.
All my friends have fluorescent light bulbs.
You save $30 or more in energy costs over each bulb's lifetime. Change all your light bulbs today. Fluorescent light bulbs and save energy. Buy one today
and make Earth a better place.
Not only can you change your light bulbs, you can also go green right in your own home. Many houses all over the country have solar panels on their roofs, which can generate electricity to power their entire house. That's an electric bill of $0 every month. What if you live in the city, you ask? Well, more and more office and apartment buildings are going green too. Right here in Battery Park City, there's a solar building that has solar panels on the facade. As we said earlier, one of the leading causes of global warming is the release in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and this comes from cars all over the world. Many of you have probably heard of hybrid cars, cars that run on half gasoline and half electricity. Well, New York just announced that by 2012, all yellow taxis will be hybrids. In fact, many of the taxis on the streets today are already hybrids.
One of the sources of energy that is virtually endless is wind power. Giant wind turbines harness the power of the wind and generate electricity. Currently, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of wind power generators all over the country. Global warming is a very real and imminent issue. We all have to do our part to reduce the effects of global warming and stop it from getting worse. The world is in our hands, and it is our responsibility to keep the environment in balance.
The girl them skill arty. Shonda Paul, some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Shonda Paul say, well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. Because the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work as performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah eat no yam, no steamed fish, nah no green banana. But down in Jamaica we give it to you hot like a sauna.